I am back because I am bored out of my mind. So I wanted to come and do another live stream and talk to you guys. So I just got back from doing a quick rail fanning trip. I went out to the Guelph sub near my house and I filmed Via Rail 87 leaving Guelph and heading towards Kitchener. So it was leaving Guelph heading west towards Kitchener on the Guelph sub line. So I was super stoked to get that train. Although it was very cold out there, I just checked the weather and it says that it's minus 17 outside, so it is freaking cold. So anyway, got that train, and then I hurried back home. I just posted the video on my channel, so you guys can check that video out if you haven't already. It's the second Via Rail train of the day. There's two Via Rail services to Guelph that pass through Guelph during the day. There's Via Rail 84, which is heading east to Toronto in the morning, and then there's Via Rail 87, which is heading west towards Sarnia in the afternoon. But anyway, I was really happy to get the Via train passing by again. It's a lot easier to get Via Rail action on my line because you can track the Via Rail in real time, whereas with the GO train and that, it's a little bit harder to get an exact location of where it is. So it's a lot easier for me to track the Via train. So that's what I did. I tracked it, and then once it was coming through Guelph, I got out there and got ready to film it. But the video was up on my channel, so you guys can check it out now or whenever you want to. But yeah, I was kind of bored, so I figured I'd do a second, I guess it's actually a third live stream. This is the third live stream of the day. I've been grinding out videos lately, trying to maintain the consistency because there was a little bit of a drop where I wasn't really doing as much as I could have been, so I'm trying to pick that up again. I'd like to get back into the daily live streams, so yeah, that's what I'm going to try to do, and we're here again. So for those of you who tune into this stream, thank you for joining. I hope to be chatting with some people soon. I'll give it a few minutes and see if anybody files in here, but right now we're sitting at 0 viewers, so maybe somebody will pop in and say hello, but if not, that's okay. You can watch this stream later, but we'll wait around for a few minutes and see if anybody pops in, and hopefully maybe some of my regular viewers pop in and I'll chat with them, but if not, that's okay too. But yeah, I was really stoked to get the Via Rail train again. It's the second Via Rail of the day, and I'd like to get some GO train action, but I never seem to have timing when it comes to the GO train, so there really hasn't been any GO train footage lately, but I will try and get some. But I might put out a poll on my channel just asking you guys what you guys would want to see. If you guys would want to see some freight train action, some Via train action, some GO train action, I might put that poll up on my channel, so stay tuned possibly for that. Hey Ashley, welcome to the stream. Eddie Gonzalez, welcome. Cot or KOT, welcome to the stream. I think your writing is in Japanese, but I'll just say hello to you anyway. But for those of you who are tuning in, thank you. I hope you guys are having a good night or evening or afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Can I have a few? Well, I don't know what that means, but depends. I had a few earlier today, so you have my approval. But yeah, no, it was a good day today. Got some videos up, and I was really happy to get out and, even with the cold. And these are the days when it's kind of hard to be a content creator, especially in the niche that I'm in, transportation. You have to go outside to film things. But these are the days where you got to push yourself to go out and film something. And days like today, when it's really cold and crappy, it makes it even more motivating. And yeah, so I really feel good that I went out and, got some videos for you guys. And you guys can check those out. They're on my channel. Do I collect Pokemon? No, I don't collect Pokemon, but apparently some of the Pokemon cards are pretty valuable, so I kind of wish I did now that I was a kid. I kind of wish I did when I was a kid, now that I know they're so valuable, but I didn't. Do you collect them? I know they're pretty popular with a lot of people. Pokemon is pretty popular. I was never really into it, but a lot of my friends were, and as I said, some of the cards are pretty freaking valuable, so... Hey, Fire Photography, how you doing? We're back again for another stream. I was kind of bored, so I wanted to do a third stream. How you doing? You do collect Pokemon, Ashley. Nice. Do you have any valuable cards? I'm doing pretty good. I got a 1995 Charizard. Oh, and is that, I imagine, well, that's a pretty old card, so I imagine it might be worth something. I know some of those cards go on sale for $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 depending on what card they are and what line they're from and how valuable they are. I don't exactly know how it works. Do I play ROBR? No, I think I'm assuming you're trying to say Roblox, and I don't play Roblox, but everybody seems to. I seem to be the only one who doesn't play it, but yeah, I don't play Roblox. What did you get up tonight to fire photography? Did you do any homework, or were you free tonight? I guess you probably wouldn't have homework because you just had exams. That's kind of a dumb question, isn't it? I take that back. You probably didn't have homework. Eddie Gonzalez, yes. Yes, indeed. Yes to a good day. Well, it was... The weather was crappy, but it was a good day. I feel very productive. I feel like I accomplished a lot. And today, surprisingly, I didn't have any shoveling to do, so I had a free day to film and stream, and that's what I did. But yeah. Ate dinner, playing a game now, no homework, LOL. Yeah, I kind of figured, after I asked the question, I kind of figured you had no homework, so sorry about asking you that. I kind of figured you wouldn't, because every exam I had and every exam I've known people to have, they've never had homework after the fact, so yeah. What game are you playing, if you don't mind me asking? Playing Roblox or something else? I was going to play some Flight Sim, but I decided not to. I decided to go film the VIA instead, and then do a live stream. Because I do that every night. Like, I play Aerofly every night. I play Minecraft every night, so it's kind of like not... I don't need to like constantly do the same thing every night. Roblox, the game I told you about earlier. Nice. That's awesome. The snow tomorrow was crazy. Yeah, and we're going to get a bunch of snow on Sunday, too. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see. Just waiting on a call. So how long of intervals do you have? Like how often do you get a call in that game? Because you said it's like a fire response game. Like, how often do calls come in? And, like, is it all different calls? Or is it, like, do you do, like, a variety of calls, like medicals and accidents? Or is it just, like, fire calls? Because you did tell me about, hey, Faisal, welcome back to the stream. I recognize you from previous streams. Welcome back. We're doing this again because I'm bored, so I wanted to come up here and chat with you guys because I'm just kind of bored tonight. I was going to play some Aerofly, some Flight Sim, but I decided not to. I do that every night, so tonight I needed a bit of a break. But yeah. Depends on the online server. You can do everything, meds, MVA, rescues, and fire. Well, that's pretty cool. That's actually pretty awesome that you can do like a variety of different responses. That's pretty cool. And I'm assuming it's like a multiplayer game type of thing, fire photography. Do I know Lacey? I don't know Lacey. Is that a person or a channel? Somebody asked me earlier if I knew Steak, which was a YouTube channel, and I did. But Lacey, is that a YouTube channel, or is that someone else, or a person? Eddie Gonzalez says hi. Hi, Eddie. Person. I don't know a person named Lacey. Am I supposed to? Oh, a streamer. Okay. No, I don't actually know. I'm not, believe it or not, I do live streams all the time, but I don't watch many other live streams. If one of my, friends is live, if fire photography is live, or, some of my other fire buff friends are live, I will watch them. But beyond that, I don't watch too many live streams, believe it or not. Which is funny because I do this, pretty regular. You'd think I'd watch others to get inspiration, but I don't. Hey, Ontario Firebuff, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. The third one of the day. I was only supposed to do one, and then my frickin' stream quit on me because my phone overheated. So then I went on to my tablet, and I finished off the previous stream, and then tonight I just got bored. So this is the third stream of tonight. So we're on a roll tonight. But I'm all good. It's all good. I love talking with you guys, and it's fun to just kind of come on here and shoot the breeze. Good. You? I'm doing pretty good. No complaints. I just filmed the Via Rail train, so I got that put up on the channel. I got the westbound train heading to Kitchener, Via Rail 87. It is freaking cold out there. I even titled the video 17 Below because it's literally minus 17 out there right now, and it's blowing. And it was not a very good day to rail fan, but hey, what else am I doing? I'm not shoveling today, so might as well rail fan or do something. Gotta go leave for work tomorrow. Bye. Alright, take care. Have a good night. Ashley, thank you for joining the stream and chatting a little bit. Gotta leave for work tomorrow. I guess maybe she starts at midnight. Yeah, it's crazy cold. Feels like minus 30. Oh yeah, with the wind chill, I bet you it's probably It definitely does feel like that for sure. Like I made the mistake of not wearing gloves, and usually my hands don't. The cold doesn't bother them, but today going out there for 10 minutes to film the frickin' Via train, my hands were so cold when I was walking home from the train tracks. Luckily, I had gloves. Otherwise, I think my hands would have frozen right off. But it is frickin' cold, and it's not gonna get any better. Of course, the year I don't go away on holidays, we have the worst winter. Do I have any dogs? I grew up with dogs, but I don't have any right now. I live with cats now, but I had dogs growing up. And my dad, who I don't live with, my dad has a dog, so I see his dog every now and then. You got a med in your game. Well, good for you. Go run that med. Hopefully you can save somebody. Do you have any dogs, Eddie? I should ask you. Does anybody in this chat have any pets? Because I do have cats right now, but I don't live with my dad. My dad does have a dog. I'm not really crazy about dogs. I'm kind of scared of them. I've been bit twice, so I'm a little bit wary around them. I'm good with dogs, but I'm kind of wary around dogs. Like I said, I've been bit twice, so that puts you a little on edge, or at least it did for me. But what's your username on Roblox? Fire photography. Oh, that's for fire photography. Do you play Roblox too, Ontario Firebuff? I've seen you put up some gameplay of Roblox, so I'm guessing you do. And it looked like the game is pretty realistic. It looks pretty cool. If you don't mind me asking. Let's see if fire photography answers. He is running a medical, so RX799. That's an interesting username. So you said you kind of, the game is like based in a small town, so does that small town get very busy, or does it vary, or can you kind of like program how busy it gets? Is that all just, yeah. But yeah, we're here and it's cold outside. I can't believe how cold it is. Like, seriously, it's too much. Too much cold. I'll be happy when winter's over. Mainly so I can just go outside and do things, because now it's like I can't even film. I can't even really rail fan, although I did today, but I wouldn't want to have to rail fan and film like this all the time. Depends on the server. I can't program anything. I'm just a player. All right, fair enough. Nice. Nice. Yeah, it seems like a pretty neat game. And it sounds like it's very popular. Like, it's everybody I know plays Roblox. Even my friend who's here in Guelph, he plays Roblox. He plays a little bit of a different thing, though. I think there's like all kinds of different things you can play on there. Like, you can play like all kinds of different gameplays, whatever, you know. I don't know how to say it, but you know what I mean. We went from beer to Coke. If you didn't see my last stream, I was drinking a beer, but now I have Coke. Hopefully I didn't violate YouTube's TOS. I don't think I did, but I think you can drink on stream. But that's just a Coke, so I won't get flagged for this stream. Just a police officer injured. Oh shit. Well, hopefully you can help him out. Hopefully you can help him. So can you run like ambulances too in this game? Like, can you be like run an ambulance, or do you just run a fire truck? Because I feel like ambulance would be kind of cool too. You get to like transport people and kind of respond to different things. Oh, fireman is really cool, especially if you get a fire call. Firefighters, fire truck's pretty cool. Fire and EMS combined, so yes. Oh, that is so cool. That's actually really cool that you can play a game like that. That's super sweet. Yeah, that's awesome. If I had like, I probably would play it, but I don't have the facilities to do that. And I probably would get addicted, so probably not good that I play it. I play enough Flight Simulator. I literally have like, I think I probably play like, probably too much Flight Simulator. But a lot of it is like, you know, it's flying, right? So a lot of it is airtime, so you accumulate gaming time that way, you know, flying, and then there's flight prep and that. I always liked Flight Simulators. I always kind of wish I could have played Microsoft Flight Simulator, but I never did. But I love Flight Simulator games. I used to play X-Plane on my tablet on mobile, but it was a payware app, and they fucking charged you for planes and they charged you for global scenery, so I said fuck that. And then I got Aerofly, which was pretty good. I'm using the 2022 version of Aerofly, which is the last good year of Aerofly series. Then they went into payware, and they got kind of crazy with the payware. You had to buy plane bundles and you had to buy scenery packs, and like after that I kind of got pissed off with the Aerofly series and said I'm not getting any new apps. So plus my tablet that I'm using can't support the current Aerofly game, of the Aerofly FS game is what it's called. I had a flight simulator on my Xbox and it took days to download. Yeah, I bet it probably did take a long time, especially if it's a global flight simulator. It probably took a long time to download. Do I have an Xbox? Yes, I do, but I don't play it. It's actually at my dad's, so I don't actually play it, but I do have one. And I only played GTA when I had my Xbox. I was gonna put Minecraft on it, but I had Minecraft on my tablet, so I didn't see the point. But I did play GTA on my Xbox mainly. And then when I moved out of my dad's, I left my Xbox behind, and now I just have my tablet and my phone, and I do all my gaming on my tablet. So I play Minecraft, and I play Aerofly Flight Simulator mostly. That's what I do. And then the rest of the time I'm watching YouTube or, doing something else. Believe it or not, even though I'm on YouTube a lot, and I do a lot of, like, digital stuff, I don't actually spend too much time on my phone and on my tablet. I've been spending a little bit more now lately than I should be because I have a Facebook group and because I've been trying to upload more, and so I've been spending a little bit more time on it than I maybe should be, but for the longest time I was never really on like technology a lot. Like even when I was a kid, like I didn't have a phone until I was like 13 or 14, so like I was late to the game, and I didn't even know how to use a cell phone until I was like 12, so I was really late to the game. And in some ways I think that's a good thing, but in other ways maybe I'm a little bit old school in my thinking because even like I see these kids that are my age and they're like addicted to their phones. You can't even have a 5-minute conversation with them because they're just glued to the phones. But it's all good. I work with them, and everybody does have the capability to talk, but when you have so much going on in your phone, it's kind of hard to. And even I'm guilty for that. Like especially when I had the scanner on my phone, I would have this phone on all the time. And so I was kind of bad for that, but I try to keep my phone use at a minimum. I don't know about you guys. How often are you guys on your phone? Are you guys on it a lot? Are you guys on it a little bit? And Eddie, do you have an Xbox if you're still in chat? Because you asked me if I did. Do you have one? But yeah, let me know, guys. Are you on your phones a lot? Because I'm not really on mine often. Yeah, I'm not surprised, to be honest. It's pretty, like, most people are on their phones a lot. I'm on it more than I should be, but probably not as much as the average person my age or younger, but I'm on it more than I should be. And most of that is like just YouTube stuff. But yeah, sometimes, yeah. It's kind of, you gotta find that fine medium, like a little bit, now and then is not too bad, but when you're like glued to it, it's kind of shit. But yeah, because I know like my brother, he doesn't have a phone, but he has a tablet, and he cannot be away from his tablet. Like if you take away his tablet, he will literally have a freak out if you take away his tablet. So it's essential, like he's that bad, like you have to have his tablet. He will not go out of the house without his tablet. So it's kind of the same principle of a phone, but my brother's really bad for like, you cannot touch his tablet. Got a plane crash. Oh my god, that'll be a big response. Good luck with that one. And I'm assuming probably the plane's going to be on fire too, so you'll have to put that out. Damn. Wonder if it was a big plane or a small plane. I guess you'll know when you get on scene. That's actually really cool that you can run calls like that. That's super cool. But yeah, January's almost over. One more week tomorrow, and then January's over. I can't wait for January to be over. January is my least favorite month. It's a long month for me, and it's usually very cold. But this year has been exceptionally cold. But usually I don't like January. I don't like February either, but January, for some reason, I just hate the month. It feels like it drags on and on and on. Like there was one day, I think it was like Tuesday, and it just felt like the day was never going to end, and I was so grumpy and pissy, and it was like, fuck, I just want this day to be over. But I don't know, January is not my favorite month. I don't like January at all. Not to mention all my family's birthdays are in January. So for someone who's not crazy about their family, their birthdays are all in January. No, I like my family. They're pretty good. They're pretty good. My birthday's in April. When's your guys' birthday? My birthday's in April. April's a pretty good month. I mean, the weather's pretty good. But last year, I think last year my birthday was pretty good. I don't remember. I posted some videos on my birthday, so I should look back at them and see how the weather was the day I posted. Because even on my birthday, I still post videos. I got a really big response one year on my birthday. I think it was like the 2024, 2023. I got a big MVC response. There was 2 ambulances going. And then I got Aerial 4. It wasn't responding, but I did get it on scene. And I took some really good pictures of it. And I think it was like my birthday in 2024. Yeah, because I was turning 20. That's right. And I just had a cake. And I had the scanner. And I was listening to the scanner. And I was running across the frickin' neighborhood with a belly full of cake all bloated up. Running across to catch these responses. And I remember that. Yeah, I was 20 years old. That was my 20th birthday. And actually, that was one of my better viewed ambulance videos. Got one at the intersection of Paisley. False report. Oh. Well, you guys get to go back home. I wonder, do you get a lot of false calls on there? Do you get a lot of, like, false alarms, false calls? I feel like that's a pretty crazy thing to report, though, like a plane accident. Not really. I was surprised. Yeah, so it sounds like it keeps you on your toes. I'm trying to become a firefighter, but I'm still loading, bro, in the game. Oh, the best part of video games, is loading in, waiting. The waiting is the hardest part. But yeah. I remember GTA, the freaking loading screen for that. Sitting there waiting for the game to load up. It was like, when it loaded up, it was like a mini celebration. But yeah, it always loaded, so that was good. So, do you want to be a firefighter when you grow up, Ontario Fire Buff? I know fire photography does, but do you want to be a firefighter when you grow up, or do you just like the hobby? Love PD sent the entire department for this call, LOL. I bet. I bet they probably would, because like that would be like they'd probably do that here in Guelph, honestly. I remember there was an accident once with a plane at Guelph Air Park. No explosion or nothing. It was just the plane skidded off the runway. And they sent like 10 police cars, like a few from Guelph, a couple OPPs. It was actually crazy, the police response. But hey, it's pretty funny. Just like the hobby. Yeah, me too. You know, when I was younger, I did want to be a firefighter. But now I just appreciate the hobby. I couldn't be a firefighter because I don't like heights. I freaking hate heights. I see these firefighters in videos, like of structure fires, and they're climbing up on ladders, and they're up on 2-story houses, cutting in roofs, and it's like, I could not do that. I can't even go 10 or 6 feet up in the air without having a panic attack. So imagine being 50 feet up in the air on a freaking 2-story house. No, thank you. Or 100 feet up in an aerial bucket. No. I actually got the opportunity to go up in Aerial 1, which is a 115-foot aerial, and they were going to fully extend it to as high as it would go, so I could get a good view of the city. And I actually flat out said to the fireman, I do not want to go up there. So I had my opportunity. I had that opportunity and I didn't go. But yeah, I'm afraid of heights. But funny enough, when I'm in an airplane, it doesn't bother me. So it's kind of weird. Knew it, LOL. The person that accepted you was me. So you guys are now playing together on Roblox, I guess? You guys playing together on Roblox? But yeah, no, I'm honestly, it's kind of gets boring doing the same thing all the time. I like to change things up. That's why I'm doing this stream tonight. But I'll probably end it soon and carry on and find something to do. But I did check my Facebook group to see if I got any new posts. Oh, there was a plane crash. Oh, okay. Well, the tables have turned all of a sudden. Yeah, I joined out of curiosity and I managed to find him, LOL. Well, that's awesome. Good for you. And maybe now you guys can play on Roblox together. You know, that's another thing I'll say about like doing this whole YouTube journey. I don't know about you, Fire Photography and you, Ontario Fire Buff. But like, I've met a lot of people on here that I never would have met if it wasn't for doing this. Like, I would have never met Fire Photography if it wasn't for, you know, filming what I film. I would have never met Ontario Fire Buff if it wasn't for filming what I film, or Ben, or, you know, any of the other guys that I know that are in this niche of YouTube. So I don't know about you, but I'm sure it's connected all of us in a way. And yeah, it's just amazing the people I've met on here. I'm really happy with, you know, the people I've met. I've made some good friends, and it's nice to have people that have like-minded interests, because growing up as a kid, I never had any friends that were into fire trucks or emergency vehicles, so I kind of couldn't really connect with them because I was obsessed with that kind of stuff when I was a kid. And airplanes as well. Airplanes I could find people, but emergency vehicles was like a no-go. But yeah, did you guys ever have any friends in school that were into emergency vehicles, or were you guys kind of lone wolves? Because like, I was totally a lone wolf in school. Like, nobody was into emergency vehicles. They'd look at me filming emergency vehicles or watching videos of them, and they'd think I was nuts. But yeah, now I've actually found people that have like-minded interests, so I think it's great. I think it's really great. Same with me. I got one friend that is. Well, that's good. At least you have one. I have none, so. Other than you guys. I do have you guys, but it's nice that you have one friend that's, I'm assuming he's close to you, like in your city, or you see a lot. He only buffs when I buff, though, LOL. Hey, well, you know, if I had somebody to buff with, I would never buff alone. If I had, like, somebody who buffed in my city, I would only buff with them. I would never buff alone. I don't know about you, but it's much more rewarding to do it with somebody and more enjoyable. When you're doing it on your own, it can kind of get boring. Like, when I sit there at headquarters all alone with nobody to talk to or nobody to shoot the breeze with, it kind of gets boring. And then you kind of start questioning what you're doing, and then you get bored and walk away. Or at least I do. The longest I've ever buffed is like 2 hours. Haven't buffed with him in a while, though. It's definitely more fun with other people. Yeah, I would agree with that. Yeah, being alone is kind of boring. To me, I like being with people. I'm a very social person, so I like talking with people and being with people. So if I can be with somebody doing something, I'd much rather do it with somebody than alone. But yeah, I do enjoy my own company. Like, I do like walking by myself a lot, but it is nice to have people around. Especially, like, if you're sharing a hobby together. And I think that's what makes it more enjoyable. When you're sharing a hobby together, that's what makes it really good. But yeah. Yippers. Maybe one day you'll come to Guelph and we can buff together fire photography if you're ever up here. I'm always here. I don't really leave the city too much. I've been leaving the city less and less over the last few years. Really, ever since COVID, I really haven't been leaving the city as much as I used to. And really, in the last year, I really haven't been going anywhere. I don't really want to go anywhere, to be honest. I kind of have like a bit of, I guess, anxiety, so I don't really like going out too much. I don't like going on long drives, and I don't like going to busy places. I kind of flares up my anxiety a bit, but yeah. I do like hanging around Guelph. And I do go out the odd time I go to places. I'll probably come down once I get my license. Well, that'll be exciting. And good luck with that, because you're going for it this year, aren't you? So good luck with that. I got a trip planned this March break in the Waterloo area, so I'll see if I come near you. Well, that'll be great, man. I hope to see you. If you come around, yeah, just shoot me a message, and if you come to Guelph or decide to come to Guelph, I'll be around. But yeah, Waterloo Region's a pretty good place to go buffing. They got some good stuff. They got some good equipment. Especially Cambridge. I like Cambridge's equipment a lot. Like, their fire department's got some nice trucks. They're pretty much an all-Pierce fleet, and I love their trucks. Kitchener's nice, but they're KMEs, and I don't like KMEs. So. I mean, they're nice trucks, though. They're, like, the lighting package on them is nice. And, you know, they have a little bit more pizzazz than Guelph trucks do. Guelph trucks are kind of boring, I'll be honest. But it's my local department, so I'm always kind of proud of my local department. I'm proud of what we have, you know. And I'm proud that we're getting all Pierces in the future. Like, we have 3 pumpers on order. They're all Pierces. I'm super proud of that. We finally got some sense and moved away from Rosenbauer. Although I have to say, I do like the look of Rosenbauer's, but I don't, the quality, everybody has a different opinion on the quality. I know, like, Ben, Fire Guys 235, his department has Rosenbauer's, and he says they're not bad. He says they're good, so I don't know. Everybody's got a different opinion. But I do like the look of them. I don't know about the quality. But Pierce, I've never heard anything bad about Pierce's, other than the freaking crazy long wait times and the crazy high prices. But like quality wise, I haven't heard anything majorly bad about them. So let me know in the chat. Have you heard anything bad about Pierce's quality? For me, I haven't heard anything bad, but who knows? I mean, they do get work. You know, fire trucks do get work, so inevitably things will break, regardless of what the truck is. But I do like Pierce's a lot. I like the style of Pierce's mainly. They got a lot of class. And then second to that would probably be E1 for looks, and then maybe third Spartan. Or well, it'd be a tie between Spartan or Sutphin. I do like Sutphin a lot. And I think Sutphin is one of the only fire truck manufacturers that's not owned by a big conglomerate. So like it's like there's Rev Group, they own E1, Spartan, Ferrera, KME, and then there's Oshkosh, they own Pierce and BME and all the different fire Maxi Metal. So, but I don't think Sutphin's owned by any big conglomerate. So it's kind of good that way too. Because the conglomerates are like kind of screwing people. The prices are getting too high, the yield times are getting too long, and you know, inevitably it's the taxpayers and the fire departments that pay for it, so it's never good, you know. And actually, like Rev Group and Oshkosh, the two biggest fire truck conglomerates, and I guess Rosenbauer's in that mix too, they're under investigation by the US government for price fixing and all this stuff, so that'll be interesting to see what comes of that. But you know, people need fire trucks, and they shouldn't have to wait 3 years to get them. I mean, like, that's, to me, that's a little bit much. I get there's supply chain issues in that, but, you know, I feel like a lot of companies nowadays are just using supply chain as an excuse to raise prices and to, you know, make people wait longer. I feel like it's just an excuse more than an actual reality. Like, they've had 3 years to fix the supply chain, so I don't think you can use that excuse much longer. But I don't want to get into a rant about that, because I'll probably turn off a lot of people. But yeah, I do like Pierce's a lot. Rosenbauer's look too modern for me. I like the older E1s. Yeah, the older E1s are nice. I do like the older E1s. We had a couple from the early 2000s. We still have one, and I like the style of them. Even the newer E1s, I have to say, are a good-looking truck. Like that Pump 1 and Pump 2 that you guys got down in St. Thomas, that's a good-looking rig. And I love your guys' livery. I like the black and the red. It really looks good together. Not to mention you guys got a pretty cool lighting setup. But yeah. I like Pierce. I don't know what it is about Pierce. I think Pierce has got a lot. I kind of like the square look of Pierce. You know, Pierce is kind of square, and they got the square headlights and grill. I think I like that about it. But the design overall is a nice design. Even like the Velocity and the Impel. It's a good-looking design. I used to like the Quantum because the Quantum was such a unique-looking platform. But yeah, Quantums are not up here in Canada. I don't think... Actually, there is a department that does have a Quantum. I think it's Grey County, or one of them fire departments has a Quantum. But it is a unique and neat design. But they don't make the Quantum anymore, and they don't make the Arrow anymore, so rest in peace to those two platforms. But Clark County, where out in Vegas there, where I was a couple years ago, they had the Quantums. I filmed a couple responding, so I was really happy to get some Quantums on my channel, because one day they'll be extinct. But anyway, guys, I've been yapping your ear off long enough, and I'm probably going to end the stream. But for those of you who tuned in, thank you very much. Once Pump 2 has decals on it, if I record it from a far distance, I'm going to have a lot of trouble on whether it's Pump 1 or Pump 2. Yeah, for sure, because they pretty much are the same truck, I think. Like, they're pretty much the exact same. So it'll be interesting to see how it goes. But hopefully you get it up close, so you don't have to worry about a possible mix-up. And who knows, you can tell by the horns. Oh, are the horns different? See, that's what I'm saying. Every truck kind of has its, like, a little bit of a uniqueness. Even if they're the same design or same basic platform, there is some differences. Like, even us, we have the two Spartans, and they look the exact same when you look at them. But the siren on Pump 5 is different, and the lighting setup on Pump 5 is a little bit different than Pump 1. So, but they're the same exact build, but they have a few differences. So you kind of have to look out for those. So fire photography is right. And the lights. Pump 1 has more lights. Pump 2 has less lights. Oh, does it really? I always thought Pump 2, because the videos I've seen of Pump 2, it looks pretty brightly lit, but, that's interesting. Pump 2 has less lights. Unless they got more while getting decals. I'm at Station 1 waiting for a call in the game. Nice. Hopefully you get one. Yeah, it'll, because I know when we got our truck sent out to get blue lights, Aerial 4, when it came back with decals and blue lights, it was, well, we actually did it in-house, but when it was sent to do that at headquarters, when it came out with the new blue lighting setup, it was like, there was a lot more lights when it before had the red and white lights, so there was a lot more when it came out of the shop afterwards. How long can you play? I'm about to play Uno with my family. Anyway, guys, I'm going to end the stream now, so I'll let you guys go play a little bit of Roblox, and Fire Photography, have a great time playing Uno with your family, and thanks for joining and listening to me ramble, guys. It was good talking to you. I can always rely on you for a good stream, and I hope to see you guys again, and yeah, we'll talk to you later. Have a good night, Fire Photography. Have a good night, Ontario Firebuff. Take care, everybody else. Bye-bye.